The more there's resistance, the more you got to be wary that the price could actually halt there. You got to wait until that resistance is overcome, and that's when you get lower risk, higher probability entry points.
We're setting a bit of a historic precedent here.
Was it really that event that caused the rally to go up?
The economy is going to start suffering pain.
That's going to be bonkers.
Okay, guys, welcome back to another episode of Talking Trades with myself, Kevin Wadsworth, and my friend and colleague, Patrick Karim from NorthStarBadCharts.com. We are talking today about the Bitcoin Doom Dome, the Dome of Doom for Bitcoin. We've discussed this previously in earlier episodes of Talking Trades. You might want to go back to those episodes and re-watch them. And here we're going to update exactly what is going on with the Bitcoin Doom Dome and what it means for Bitcoin, of course. Patrick, take it away.
All right. Thanks, Kevin. Look, yes, I know Doom Dome. It sounds super clickbaity. It kind of is. It's to get people's attention to this concept. But essentially, a dome, guys, is just a inverted arc and showing possible resistance, right? So the more there's resistance, the more you got to be wary that the price could actually halt there. So you got to wait until that resistance is overcome. And that's when you get lower risk, higher probability entry points. This right now, what you see is the original Doom Dome for Bitcoin that I did back in March of this year. I think it's over 7 months now that the price has gone sideways. So here, look, there's one valid touch point. Okay, it's the first one. Then a second one, third, fourth. Okay, so now I have a geometric arc. This is not just a curved arrow that I just put there to fit. It's an actual geometric arc that has all the touch points. So essentially, just like any other trend line, I have diminishing returns. This is the log scale. So the price goes up fast, the arc, but you see how the arc here in between the 2 and the 3, it's not as much as between the 1 and the 2. It's flattening, it's slowing down. So that creates, often you could see that at tops or at bottoms, if this would be an arc. This dome, is now losing momentum, increasing the probabilities that either the price slows down, corrects, and if the correction here, like we had back in 2021, falters, then you avoid all that. Price goes down. Now it lost even more momentum because you have this longer term rising trend line that failed. Here was the rally since 2023. Bitcoin went all the way back up, back tested that longer term rising trend line, right? It doesn't mean that it's game over. It just means that that long term rising momentum is not going up as fast as it used to. And then guess what? I said, okay, well, this is maybe this is a place where this resistance as defined by this dome might actually kick in, right? So instead of drawing this, you see these people, sometimes they draw these arrows that go straight down and Bitcoin has to go to zero. I said, no, look, there's still upwards momentum and it's just going sideways. So this was my imagined roadmap. I said, okay, maybe this thing's just going to bounce, create some type of flag. If before you imagine a huge move down to 10,000, you would need to lose this potential rising trend line support. And here there's even a wall here, support, turn resistance, turn support. So I said, okay, this is that's how you do technical analysis from an objective standpoint. You observe, you look at the evidence, and you say, okay, what's most likely to happen? It doesn't mean it has to happen, but what's most likely, right? And that's how I drew this roadmap. So let's look at what happened today, guys. This is the exact same chart. I'm just zooming in here for you guys. I did not touch anything. The arc is still there as is. I'll just zoom in. So here is what happened. The price, it went sideways. So I had my squiggly lines here, my annotated arrows going sideways. The price even went to touch this support area right here. It bounced off. We didn't touch this potential rising trend line here. Maybe in hindsight, somebody could probably draw it more aggressively, but the price stayed above this $51,000 area right here. And now look at the price. The price is trying to break out of this dome, guys. So the implications for this is if ever this dome gets busted upwards, right? And here there's if it closes above that 71, I'm going to zoom in for you guys here. This is a weekly chart. So if ever it closes convincingly above 71,565, it will have overcome this bullish descending expanding wedge. So here was the first break. Now hitting resistance on that arc, on that dome. And now if ever close above that, then you got a bigger pattern in play that's really like the congestion area is really ending. And now you have a move upwards. But this could easily, by the end of the week, guys, close below this. I don't know when we're going to release this episode, but always wait for the close before deciding if this is a breakout or not. Because I'm sure a lot of people before the week, when the price was all the way up here and they said, oh, we have a breakout, I'm going for it, I'm going all in. Well, hold on. I've seen so many times what look like bullish breakouts actually reverse, not get that confirmation, and then you get trapped, right? So this is the Bitcoin Doom chart. I'll just show you a little roadmap where this could actually be heading. I'll use my squiggly arrow lines. Always use lines to imagine what could happen. So if this doesn't break out, you could actually have a retest here and some type of move. Either it falls back in and we get a wick above that, the dome, and it just falls, or you could get some type of bullish consolidation, right? And then after that, you move up, right? So there's no bullish pattern breaking out, sideways move again, and then you get the explosion above. And then the low risk entries, guys, they are up here somewhere, right? All this area here. So that's just looking at Bitcoin priced in fiat, right? You could always look at more evidence, Bitcoin versus NVIDIA, Bitcoin versus PX, how's Bitcoin doing versus gold, etc., to see which is the better performing assets. But right now, from an objective standpoint, that's where it is. That's where the Bitcoin doom dome is, right? And there's potentially, it could get broken out of and get busted upwards and eventually goes up. But if it doesn't, then you just have to wait until this resolves, right? Because this expanding wedge here, if it wouldn't have resolved like it's trying to do here upwards, it could have just went this way. And that's why you never front run a potential breakout. This could have just went bounce here. It could, what looks like a bullish pattern is actually a downtrend, right? Lower highs, lower lows. So it could have taken more time for this to resolve, and it could have resolved from a much lower price point than it is right now, right? So that's pretty much it, Kevin. The Doom Dome strikes again. It helps guide where resistance could be found, and the lower risk opportunities are always above important resistance, right?
That's good stuff, Patrick. I look forward to coming back to the Doom Dome maybe in a few weeks' time, a month or so's time maybe, and just to see how that's progressing. I'll be fascinated to see if we stay underneath that dome or whether we do finally get that bullish breakout. Listen, guys, if you enjoy this kind of analysis, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and we'll see you again next time on Talking Trades.